Alright, what's up everybody? Brian Baker, the Hunt Fish Camp. We are going into the Boundary Waters. Alright, as we get the alley pack set up and canoes loaded for our trip, thought it was a good time to let you know, use the chapters below. So if you're interested in the fishing aspect of the Boundary Waters, skip ahead to the fishing parts. If you're interested in just the camping parts, skip ahead to the camping parts. And if you're interested in the whole thing, then watch through the whole video. Thanks for watching. Alright, what's up everybody? Brian Baker here with Hunt Fish Camp. We got Annabelle, we've got Molly, we've got Bradley. We are entering the Boundary Waters at the Island River entry point today. It's kind of a beautiful day. A little bit warm, the breeze feels nice, and long paddle today. So yeah, we're gonna go check this out. We'll end up on Isabella Lake probably to camp. So let's rock and roll. Okay. Sometimes, rather than portaging, we just paddled up these rapids all the way to this big honkin' beaver dam. We weren't going to be able to paddle up through that crazy current. And we're going to pull ourselves up and over. So we'll see how this goes. It's a hot day. We don't mind getting a little wet, so it's all good. Jeez, you don't have to set the hook quite so hard, but yes. Here we go. Bradley is hooked up. It is beautiful out here. I assume we have pike. Yes, we do. There we go. And quick release. Well, fishing in the Boundary Waters and look at that beautiful sunset right now. It is gorgeous. Got one. Oh my gosh, I got a largemouth? No way! What the heck? I don't know if I've ever caught a largemouth in the Boundary Waters. What? We are doubled up. I'll get the camera here in a second. I just caught a largemouth in the Boundary Waters, which is cool. And Bradley, we'll show you his too.
Got a small pike.
And Bradley got a pike. So we are doubled, which is pretty awesome. Cool. Let these guys go. Go bloop. That was crazy. Like, I seriously don't know if I've ever caught a largemouth in the Boundary Waters. I catch lots of smallmouth, lots of pike, and then walleyes. And I, of course, I'm typically fishing for pike and bass kind of stuff, and then I'll fish for walleyes a little bit if I have to, but I don't do a lot of it. But that was cool. Very cool.
What the heck was that?
A fish. Oh, come on!
Must be a big pike. Is it right there?
It could have been a big. I mean, I dropped it in there, and it was a pretty good funk. Got him. Little pike. And he's gone. Quick release. He like. It was almost like I just hit a weed. It was just like bloop. Like my bait just kind of. Oh, jeez. Crazy hook set there.
That's a big fish.
Pike?
Yeah.
Oh, quick release. Here, we're just gonna quick release everybody. Got him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's huge.
Yeah, I feel like this little bay has tiny pike in it.
So what? They're fun to catch.
Got him.
Monster.
Crushing it. Pike.
Little pike.
Oh, jeez. It is. What?
Got a largemouth.
Why are we catching largemouth? What the heck?
There we go. First largemouth from the Boundary Waters. Let him go. Nice one too.
Yeah. We have successfully made it through our first day in the Boundary Waters. Went and caught some pike and largemouth bass, which was unexpected. And now it's time for s'mores. I can't tell where I'm pointing. There. And it is gorgeous out here. You could stare at the sun with the naked eye, which I do not recommend. Yeah, you can't even see it now. So the air quality is super, super poor because of forest fires up in Canada somewhere. I suppose I didn't look to see where they're at, but it makes for really pretty sunsets because the sun just turns red. Just a red ball kind of disappeared. Pretty cool. Thought I knew when. There we go. Knew when.
A bigger fish.
Oh, the camera is going. Okay. Nope. Catching walleyes. No, it's not a very big one, but what we're doing here, and it's probably hard to see, we're just floating little points that we see from the islands coming out. It's windy right now, and so we've floated over, and I caught a few actually, and the camera wasn't working. Little guy, we let him go. And just throwing a little 1/4 ounce jig head with a little power bait minnow. This is the easiest, well, talk about spinnerbaits being the easiest too, but for catching walleyes it's really simple. They'll get bit off sometimes with their jig heads, they break off, get snagged sometimes, but it's not a very expensive bait, and so it's nice and easy. And right now we're trying to relocate those fish and just casting out, let it hit the bottom, just pop it along is all we're doing. And luckily I've got Bradley behind me who's just helping keep us on this little point here so that I can catch some fish on camera as since the camera wasn't working earlier. But normally if I was by myself or if we were both fishing at the moment, we'd just float over the point and you cast and jig as you go and then paddle back up and do it again until it gets too windy, and then you just got to give up for the day. And so you come out early in the morning and usually it's not too bad. Got him? Just keep reeling, just reel. Nice. Look at that. Guys catching walleyes. And that same thing. 1/4 ounce jig. He's got a little adult minnow swinging on his. Got a few decent ones, but never when the camera's working. We're currently on Isabella Lake, and so I'll give you a 360 view. I am standing at camp. There's a pretty cool campsite. Here's my view. So here's our camp back behind us. Kids are cutting wood. Molly's working on lunch. This big long point. And there's all this open space. So when picking a spot in the boundary waters, that's my #1 tip, is find a place that has some open air that's getting hit by the wind, because then no bugs. I literally have not put bug spray on at all yet for that first evening, and I'm going to try and record the bugs tonight because they get insane during the magic hour, but during the day when you've got that open space and the breeze hitting it, you don't have to worry about it. It's pretty nice. Let's go take a look at camp. Clothesline right there. Our various storage rocks that the kids have named. I don't remember what all their names are. This site is pretty cool because it's so huge. Over here we have our food pack and pulley system. Thank you, Ross. Let me borrow that. It makes it really easy to hang the pack at night, so that's good. Up and out of the way. And through the bushes and the trees. And our tent area. So our tent back here, this tent pad area is not too bad. Again, lots of open space. And again, we're on this big long peninsula, so we got cool space back here. There's cool space on the other side with more water. We got the hammock and one of the canoes pulled up there right now anyway. So it's beautiful. And then of course the latrine. Maybe I should take you back and show you that too. But being on this little point, it's kind of really far back. Some sites don't have to go nearly as far. So let's go check it out. We'll have to speed this up because you're not going to want to watch me walking through the bushes. This latrine is probably the furthest back of any latrine I've ever had in the boundary waters. There you go. TP supply on top. Good to go. If you've never been to the boundary waters, that is your toilet for your stay. And really, not too bad. Of course, it's just a pit toilet, so kind of like any, outhouse type deal, but no walls. And so really the only rule with or my only suggestion for using the toilet there is avoid the magic hour, which happens in the evening when the mosquitoes get real bad. Oof, that'd be rough going back there then. You'd have to be loaded with bug spray. And even then, that would be tough. So get your business done during the day or before that time. Here, so there's our tour of camp. We are planning to just come in and we are just going to stay and camp. So we're not doing anything traveling around. Sometimes we'd stay a night, travel, Portage, all that kind of business, and then find a new camp. But for this trip, it's the first trip with the kids, and so we plan to just camp for 3 nights, so a fairly short trip too, and just have some fun, hang out, relax. It's gonna be good. Here's what we spend most of our time doing in the boundary waters: splitting wood. This is a little pounding rock. Really nice thing, there's a burn here not too long ago, so there's all this wood that's laying around that is super dry. It's standing timber that burned. This is one that had burned up the middle. It's actually a log that was just laying here at camp, but it splits really nice and burns beautifully. Oh, it's a bigger one. It's pulling the canoe around. That's a good sign. Oh, jeez.
Should we just leave it in? Oh, look at that guy.
We got a good one. Jeez. Oh, dang it. I don't have no space. Ah, he's off. Get my feet out. Oh, jeez. Walleyes really pokey. He's stabbing me in the feet. At least I'm not going to get a hook in me. There we go. That's a nice walleye right there. That one we might eat. We've been enjoying eating some walleyes. I've got enough fish fry for probably 2 more walleyes, so I think we'll take this one back home and eat this with our supper. So I've got my homemade stringer. That's why it caused so many problems, all those dang teeth in there. Whew, okay, so same deal. It is the middle of the day, by the way, and it is glass calm out here. It's kind of the worst conditions you can imagine for fishing for walleyes, but that's why I'm trying to fish out deep. And in the boundary waters, when you're fishing out of a canoe, right, it's hard to move around. I have my Navionics app, and I do have enough reception here. I was able to kind of see that, so I knew there's this rock hump out here, and I'm just kind of floating over top of it, but I never really know how deep I am. I jig straight down every once in a while and see get a guesstimate if it's deep or shallow, but that's about it. And so I just keep kind of exploring and keep floating around. We've gotten a few, so it's been a pretty good day. And now we get to come home with a fish, so that'll make Bradley happy, because it'd be embarrassing if I had to come back with nothing. We got one.
No?
We got a little one. We got a walleye. The water up here is really tannic, really dark. We want bright colors. Little walleye. We've got some decent ones too to keep and eat too, but not eating this one. It's too small. Ooh. Okay, it's starting to get windy, and I'm actually sort of happy about it because I made myself an anchor with a rock. And I'm really curious to try and see if it'll hold us out here, but I don't know how deep it is where we're fishing, but whoop, there we go. Okay, hit the bottom. I think it's working. I mean, I don't know if I'm in the right spot fishing wise, but I've been catching fish out in this area. It's been dead calm, so it's been kind of crazy. Just like floating around, like a vertical jig is even casting most of the time, because vertical jigging was just jigging in the same exact spot. It was crazy. I really wanted to kind of cover a little bit of water. Then of course in the canoe, as soon as you get a little bit of a breeze, just sends you moving way too fast. So I'm curious if this anchor will hold. It seems to be. So hopefully we're in a decent spot. Catch a couple more fish. Oh, dang it. Oh, we're in the right zone. Clobbered. Got him. Running like a pike horn. There we go. This might be our other eater here today. Nice walleye while we are anchored with my rock. It's kind of awesome. There we go. Just telling Molly how it's dead calm, or we were talking about it earlier, that it's the worst fishing conditions. Actually, I was telling you guys this too. And now with this wind, it feels like they definitely have fired up. We get multiple bites on each cast. It's pretty great. Another one. Oh my gosh, every cast. It's crazy. Ooh, he's a little guy. Little guy. Look at that. There we go. We are still catching them. Nice little walleye. Ow, mean little walleye. Come on, buddy. Not a nice walleye. Here we go. Just kidding. They're all nice. All right, that is probably a wrap on our fishing adventures here. Really came down to just a simple 1/4 ounce jig and a little power bait minnow. Works really great. Bright colors, this is dark water. Catching walleyes, and this guy is little. We'll let him go, and we are headed back to camp. We've got our couple of nice walleyes we need to get cleaned up. Eat them for supper. Yep. All right, there we go. A couple of nice walleyes, good eaters. Get these babies cleaned up, head back in, have some dinner.
I haven't hit it.
You got him. Hey, it's a bigger one.
Yeah.
I mean,
There we go. Got a little bit better of a pike. Still not very big.
he's still pretty little.
Let him go.
And yep. Okay. When it's windy in the boundary waters and you're fishing out of a canoe, got a little pike. One of my favorite ways to fish is to park on little islands and then just fish off the shore, and then I paddle the next one kind of deal, and that's what we're doing here. And whoa, holy cow! Thing like came jumping and leaping out of the water. There we go, and that's what we're doing. It's just a tiny, tiny little island.
Got a little pike.
Got a little pike. Fishing in the boundary waters is kind of easy. You really gotta just keep it simple. Spinner baits are your best friend in the boundary waters. You catch everything on them, it's crazy. And it's easy, and it's fun. I think yours is bigger than the one I had.
There we go. Little pike. There we go.
Off you go. We already got our dinner, so we don't even have to worry. Although these pike are pretty small. If we were eating these, we'd be struggling, but it's all right. But here's what I've got going on. It's windy, so I've got rocks in the way. But I am frying fish over the fire. And I'm putting the fish as they finish on just a log here. It keeps them warm, really letting that some of that oil drip off. You put directly on a plate, you can just get a greasy piece of fish. Not as good that way. And then a log will burn up. Get rid of all those scents and all that stuff. So it's delicious. Everyone else has been eating them already. I think these are mine. Another beautiful day. And Bill's over there messing with the fire. It's good to get kids out.
I'm cooking marshmallows on it.
Marshmallows, we're having cheesecake.
No, we're not.
It's cheesecake night. What you making, Brad?
Cheesecake.
It's probably making.
I
Well,
have to do that
he
now.
brought it to you.
She got it out of the fridge for me.
Cheesecake.
Boo!
Some people just don't understand. Like that one. It's so good. That's fake cheesecake. That instant cheesecake, which I grew up eating, and so it has some nostalgic value, and I love it. It also makes a really good camping treat. That's what we always.
No bake.
It's Jello no bake cheesecake, yeah. And it's amazing. Sometimes I feel like some years we've had it and we don't have the topping at all though. Like doesn't come with the topping, or I don't know.
You can buy it without the top.
Oh, okay. Because sometimes we have to like find raspberries and blueberries and stuff to add to it. It's gonna be so good. Alrighty, it is time to put out the fire for the night because we are about to have magic hour. Now, that might sound happy and fun, but it is not. So at least while we're here, so the very first week of August, the mosquitoes come out at about 8:45. You'll start noticing them out around camp, and then at 9 o'clock it gets insane. So 8:45 is the time you have to be in the tent. Now, if you're a late night person, I'd recommend going into your tent and then coming back out, 9:30 or 10 o'clock. If you want to stay up late, go look at the stars, that kind of stuff. We don't mind going to bed early, so we really just get to our tents early, hang out, chat for a little while, and then listen to the mosquitoes. It gets kind of insane. I'll try and record some of it. We'll see if you can actually hear it. It'd be kind of cool. But We'll see in a bit. Should do it.
Oh, it's up. Is it up there?
No,
Or is that
it's
outside?
Everyone's in the
It's hard
tent.
to tell.
It means mosquito killing time before we can go to sleep. You probably can't hear it on the camera, but start to hear a faint buzz. And it's only going to get worse.
Does anyone else have like this ringing in their ears? Like, maybe ringing is the wrong word. Maybe buzzing.
Just listen to the sound.
What do the males even do?
Nothing. They're good for nothing.
They're good for one thing.
Breeding?
Eating
females?
plants.
Yep.
Feeding bats?
Feeding bats. That's the only thing they're good for.
All right, I want to talk real quick just about the fishing in the Boundary Waters and the things that I bring. So I bring just one little Plano box. It's like a 2-layer one, so it allows me to bring a few more things than I really need. However, if it's your first time going up to the Boundary Waters, you're really not sure what to bring, you really can get away with 2 basic baits. One of those is going to be a spinnerbait. And in the Boundary Waters with that dark water, I really like spinnerbaits that have gold blades. Now, the best spinnerbaits that we used on this trip got bit off by big pike. I did not bring any leaders, and I should have. I usually do. I sort of packed really quick for this trip. Didn't put a lot of effort into the fishing stuff. Took my box that I've used in the past. I throw in a bunch of the old spinnerbaits, usually the ones that I don't like, knowing that I might get some bit off or things happen or whatever. But yeah, gold blades. So the ones I liked had the gold willow leaf blades, so a little bigger blades on it. So great for pike, great for covering water, and just fishing around any of the shallow bays and things like that. And Bradley caught walleyes on his spinnerbait. We caught largemouth bass. We caught pike on spinnerbait. The other thing is a jig head, right? So your basic walleye deal. So some 1/4 ounce, some 3/8 ounce, even a 1/2 ounce if you want. Jig heads, and those are really simple and they're cheap. You can get them snagged up and lose some, but because they're simple and cheap, it's not too bad. And then I was using just a power minnow. There we go. And I like the chartreuse color because up here a lot of what they're eating are perch. They eat a lot of crayfish too, so some little crayfish patterns, little like speed craws would be a good idea. I did not bring any of those though, but I probably should have. Works really, really well. Again, really dark stained water, and so the bright colors I feel like oftentimes work really well for me. That or black, because they eat a lot of leeches around here too, so black can work really, really well for that. But between those two things, you can cover shallow water with the spinnerbait and then go out deep and then just throw your jig and minnow around, let it hit the bottom and pop it along. You can vertical jig it if you're floating real nice and slow. That's a great way to catch some fish, and that's what we did. So there are a lot of ways that you can fish for them, but sometimes it's best just to keep it simple, and it works. We were able to catch a lot of walleyes, caught a lot of pike, little pike this year. Didn't catch any big pike, which is kind of surprising. Largemouth bass, which is weird for us up here, but yeah, hopefully. Oh, let's talk about rods too. So there's a rod that I built, so it breaks down to 3 pieces. So I bring rods that I can pack down, and I stick them into a camp chair bag. And then that's how we carry them along. They stick out. We actually put the paddles into the camp chair bag to them if there's a long portage, and it works really, really well for that. And so packable rods, and usually like this is like an old rod that I've had forever, and so it's just rods that I'm not worried if they get broken or things like that. I don't bring my nicest stuff up here. And and I have my Sugilang like super packable rod, which is pretty cool. It's actually worked out pretty well. For these kind of trips. I might get a couple more of those. They pack down so small. But I always bring one extra rod. So Bradley and I were going to be fishing, so we brought 3 rods. You'd never want to be out here and have, if a rod got broken, a tip got broke off, or something happened where you couldn't use it anymore. That would be really sad for me. Now, if you could go the rest of your trip without fishing, then I guess it'd be fine. But if it's just me fishing, I'd bring 2 rods. Right? If there's 3 of us fishing, I'd bring 4 rods. That kind of deal. So make sure I always have an extra in case something happens. But hopefully this helps you out if you're out in the Northwoods or going to the Boundary Waters to catch some fish. And yeah, we've got some packing up to do, so camp gas get packed up, and then we're headed out. See the rock skipping champion. That's pretty good. Skipping rocks. Alrighty, camp is all cleaned up. The kids are back getting the last canoe loaded up. It's time for us to paddle in Portage and head on home. Got a nice little fire of firewood left. We started with a bunch of firewood, so the kids were cutting wood. Spent a lot of time cutting wood. It's part of the fun of camping. It's something we don't normally need to do, and it's oddly satisfying. So next time I see you, we'll be at the truck loading up, heading out back to civilization. Okay, you'll lead us to the Portage, Bill. You're steering at the moment. There we go. There's Bradley and Molly in that canoe back there. And Bill in front of my canoe. This is like the calmest it's ever been on a travel day in the Boundary Waters. That is crazy. It's glass calm. And there they go.
Bye, campsite.
The campsite.
Come to us.
You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Okay, yep, I'm good.
Comfortable?
Super comfortable. See you later. Hambo's ready to go. I'm ready to go. What's your way out? It's a cool trail. Say, this is not your typical Portage. It's way nicer. Look at that. You doing your run already?
What? I already did my run.
Look, it's Brad.
Yeah.
How far?
What?
How far? Oh, we're almost there.
Yeah.
Sweet. You did it. Still alive. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have not been to the Boundary Waters, you should definitely do that. If you're anywhere close enough to get to it, because it's a pretty awesome deal. It's a pretty neat thing. And it's a great way to get kids outside, to get yourself outside and disconnect. Most places in the Boundary Waters, we've not had good cell service, so usually you put it on airplane mode, use the phone just for taking pictures. But here at Isabella Lake, we actually do have cell service. That's decent enough to go in and actually look stuff up if you need to. But yeah, it's a great way to disconnect, relax, and go to bed early because you want to avoid the mosquitoes, and get up early and enjoy, this, where it's so calm and beautiful out here right now. We've been having fun watching the wildlife. There's plovers coming in the evening and pick along the shoreline, and in the morning there's little sandpipers that come and pick along the shoreline. Each one, they're like clockwork. It's just wild. Oh, Brad, there's a fish. Just jumped. He could go catch it, but I'm packing up all the fishing stuff, so too bad for him. Oh gosh, darn it.
Okay, they're so small, there's like nothing going on.
Nothing to hang on to.
There's only no belly or anything.
Here's the bait. But I sort of haphazardly. Hopefully this helps you out. Help.